Hi, I'm Sue Enquist, the head softball coach at UCLA. The tape that you're about to see, team defensive drills, is being put together so coaches can allow their individual drills to be incorporated into a team environment. As coaches, we do a good job, I think, of developing our individual skills, but how do we make that transition into game readiness? That's the purpose of this tape. We're going to go in a sequence to show you some individual drills, station work, that sequence into position play drills, split infield drills, and lastly, game situation drills, incorporating the entire defensive field. Before we get into that, there are a couple things I'd like to talk to you about. First, your field, your setup. Where do you practice day in and day out? As a coach, when you're watching the videotape, think about how you're going to lay out your practice plan when you see this video. Secondly, you've got to realize what kind of staff you have. Are you a coach by yourself? Do you have 1, 2, 3 assistants? And if you do, make a mental note of who's going to be doing what during practice. And if you're a coach by yourself, and I know there's many of you out there, you've got to make a note who on your team is going to help when they go into each individual station. So there will be times where players will be hitting fungos, ground balls to one another. That way we have a productive practice environment. We also have to be aware of what we need equipment-wise. And we'll go ahead and put up a list of equipment that you're going to need to run a productive practice. Lastly, and most importantly, our players. As a coach, do you have a set of rules, standards, routines that you require your team to do day in and day out? What is your warm-up routine? What is your warm-down routine? And what is your level of expectation when we're running drills all throughout practice? At UCLA, we work really hard on having our players focus on 2 things. The only 2 things in this world, in this game, they can control: their effort and their attitude. We're asking for 100% effort and a positive attitude every day when they walk through the chain link fence. By doing this, they can be more productive, they can enjoy the game, and hopefully become better softball players. The other area that we concentrate on before we get into each station work is that they have to carry out 3 things. They have to be prepared before they go into that station to know what they're going to do. They have to focus in on the task. And lastly, they execute. So each area of the field that they go to, they prepare, they focus, and they execute. And coaches, we got to remember, it's not successful execution necessarily every time, but the attempt at executing 100%. Let's go ahead and take a look at the drills in team defensive drills right now.